Hi everyone, this week we're going to be combining reading and writing together. Before we can actually start writing though, we have to have a purpose for reading so that we understand exactly what we're supposed to write about. This week our purpose for reading is to figure out the main topic and key details of a book using words and photographs. The book that I'll be using to show you how to do this is called Sea Stars. So as I'm reading, I want you to pay special attention to how I find words and photographs to help me identify the main topic and key details of the text. My very first section in my text today that I'll be taking a look at is called Life in the Ocean. And as I'm reading, I really want to keep that question in the back of my mind. What is the main topic? What is this section mostly about? So as I start reading, it says, sea stars crawl on the ocean floor. These colorful animals look for food to eat. So even looking at this first part of this section, there are some things that I'm starting to understand. I'm going to use a highlighting tool to show you the words that are helping me understand, but you are not expected to highlight your text. This is more for teaching purposes. So with my little highlighting tool, some of the words that stood out to me right away was this heading about ocean. So I'm understanding that sea stars live in the ocean. I also understand that sea stars crawl. That's how they move. They move along the ocean floor. So that's another idea that I might want to understand. The other thing that stood out to me is the word colorful, because when I looked at the photograph does indeed show that these sea stars are colorful. I see orange and yellow, and as I'm reading, I'm sure I'll see some other colors as well. The last word that stood out to me in this particular part of the section was that when they crawl on the ocean floor, it's because they are looking for food to eat. So far, I'm starting to understand this section is telling me and teaching me how sea stars live in the ocean. As I finish this section, I want to keep that same focus going of reading and thinking about words and the photographs that are going to help me piece together the main topic of this section. So as I continue with this part, it says, sea stars live in oceans around the world. There are about 1,500 kinds of sea stars. They are found in both shallow and deep water. So again, when I think about this particular section, the author is really teaching me about where starfish live. So again, they use that word oceans, but they also use the phrase all around the world. And so that's helping me understand that these animals can be found almost everywhere. Also, that there are about 1,500 kinds of sea stars. That tells me that there are a lot of different kinds of sea stars. So I might pick out even a number like 1,500. And then finally, because they do live in the ocean, the author pointed out shallow and deep. Shallow means low, and then deep means very, very deep into the water. So I've really started to understand the main topic of this section is to be about starfish and where they live. When I take a look at the photograph as well, I remember from the first page of this section where it said that they are very colorful. And here's a piece of evidence that's going to help support my thinking and understanding. This is a beautiful bright blue starfish that's going to be part of my evidence when I'm ready to start writing. Your job today, as you're reading the first section of your text, is to do exactly what I just did as you're reading, thinking about the main topic and key details of the book and which words and photographs are helping you piece together your understanding of the text. Happy reading!